Everyone, my name is Masha. I'm a painter, creative, videographer, filmmaker, photographer, sometimes model, sometimes actress. Basically, I'm a multi-passionate creative, and today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. As artists, creators, or just humans trying to express ourselves, we can easily fall into the trap of perfectionism. We get caught up in how things should look, how they're perceived by others, and we get so focused on the final result that we forget the importance of the process. But here's the thing, perfectionism isn't the point. Perfectionism somehow isn't even real, because art, creativity, and the expression, it's all about embracing the mess, and it's all about being vulnerable in the journey of creation. But the thing is, I guess we always try to hide this vulnerability because, well, when we share our world, of course it's kind of scary and kind of frightening to be seen. I spent a lot of time hiding my art, separating it from my personal life, thinking it needs to be in a special space, and I feel like I haven't been fully expressing myself, especially online. I'm always just sharing some parts of my journey, and I kind of feel the need to be more real to myself and to others in a way that I share not only the very perfect stylized parts, but also kind of the messy parts, without having this need to protect everything, keep everything super private, make it perfect before sharing it. I mean, the messy parts, the unpolished moments, it's all part of the journey. It's raw, it's imperfect, and that's what makes us real and human. One thing I've noticed is how important it is to keep that beginner's mindset, for example, especially when you start out with any creative form. So when you start something new, whether it's your first painting or your first movie, you do it because your heart and intuition guide you to do it. So you naturally feel joy and happiness when you do it. So there's no pressure, just excitement and curiosity. But then as the years go by, the focus kind of shifts and you start to feel like you have to constantly improve and get better. And there's this pressure building up to follow some standards of what people might expect you to be. And the beginner's mindset kind of slips away, and then suddenly it feels like you have to be perceived as a professional to be better and to be more polished. And I'm realizing I always need to go back to my beginner's mindset, because that's where all the fun goes and where everything began. I mean, yeah, definitely it's naturally to wanting to improve ourselves, but don't make it the whole point of your art. Another thing I've been thinking about lately is how we share our art. Today I went outside with my painting and I took 10,000 pictures of myself with it, and I've always done it whenever I've been painting. I naturally it's just kind of a habit of making many pictures of it as possible, and so it's kind of natural part of my process. And then normally what I do is choosing 1-2 pictures who look the best and then share it. And I'm thinking why do we always just choosing the perfect shots to share? We need to create a professional version of what we're doing. And I was why should I be embarrassed of taking all those photos? Why not show the reality, the journey of making the art? This is something I've been doing for years, so why should I hide it? Also, I want to talk about something that's influenced me a lot. So I come from a Russian background, and there's always been this pressure to look perfect, to be prepared, to have the right makeup before doing anything, whereas it's a photo, just going outside, and there's like always this fear of how people perceive you. I kind of be raised with this feeling, and there's like this feeling that if you don't look perfect, you're doing something wrong, or that you don't have your life together. And it's funny because when I was in Japan, I felt the same thing. Like if I went outside with messy hair, I felt like I was breaking some rules kinda. But then in Germany, I realized that messy hair is totally normal and accepted in a way. And I started to think, why do we always make perfection the standard? Why can't we be okay with the messy parts of ourselves, of our art and our process? And so I don't know, like today also my mom came into my room and she saw like one of my kind of more messy abstract paintings, and she's like, what the hell is that? And yeah, it's just like, it feels crazy that our rational mind, that whenever it sees something which doesn't fit into the norm or doesn't really look perfect, always kind of tend to criticize it, or to, everything what we don't understand, that it's seen as wrong, for example. While I think we should just like accept that there are things that we don't naturally understand, that we can't put into words. And this is like, for example, where the abstract art comes in, like to be formless, to express oneself only with one color, or like with one line, or dots, or whatever. Like it's going beyond the real world, what we see in the real world, I would say. And yeah, so today I'm sharing this video with you as a reminder to let go of perfectionism. And I want to encourage you to embrace the chaos and the mess, and to embrace your vulnerability, and not be scared of how people perceive you, because this is the moment when you like free yourself from outside opinions. I mean, art is all about the process, about letting go of control, and about just like being true to your inner creative self. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope this resonates with you, and that you feel somehow inspired to share more of your process and what's going inside your mind. I wish you all a good night, and see you next time.